All right, so today's a special day. I'm in between client meetings. I'm just on the way to Zurich, and I'm going to go meet Matthias, an absolute beauty guy. So I met Matthias maybe about 3 months ago, and he was kind of in a tough spot at the time, and like he had tried starting a business, all kinds of stuff. It just wasn't working. So he was still working his 9 to 5. Never really wanted to leave that because of the security. So I just kind of showed him sort of the step-by-step process that we do over here, and the exact same process that I had, going from being an accountant to leading global teams at Warner Brothers Discovery and even at the Louis Vuitton Group. So I showed him all that, the step-by-step process, and how he can change what he's doing in his job to actually make him more money. And once he saw it, he committed. And yeah, we're gonna go touch base with him to see where he stands and what's going on in his world, because it's quite exciting.
You got this
That's great.
jacket. Hey man. Danke.
Gute, bon appetit.
Danke.
Okay, so I'm here with Matthias. We just had a nice lunch together in Zurich. And yeah, it's kind of a special day because Matthias has been now through the program. He's placed himself in a big company. He started already working in the front office, so I wanted to kind of get some of his initial impressions, just to sort of share his experience with everybody. You want to say hi?
Hi everybody.
So can you give me, like, first of all, why don't you give me a little bit of like an introduction about yourself? Like, who are you? What do you do? Like, you were a professional model, right, before we met?
Yeah, basically modeling for like 10 years until Corona hit, and then the travel restrictions basically held me back, from traveling. And yeah, that's when I found Corey in the online space and actually found out that he's also in Switzerland. So
Yeah, so we don't. I mean, we're both in Switzerland. We're both near Zurich, which is cool, and that's why we're here together. But did we know each other before?
no, actually not. Just through the online space. That's how we connected.
Okay, cool, gotcha. So now, when you came on, when you saw my profile and stuff like that, like, what was it about my profile that made you say, like, hey, I want to work with Corey?
Well, basically, it was very intriguing, to make money online, right? And not just a little bit, but actually really stepping it up, to getting to 5 figures a month. And yeah, this was exactly what I was looking for at that stage,
Gotcha. And can you give us like an overview of where you were before we met, or maybe during while we met? Like, what was your life like?
Yeah, I mean, I was working as a photo model, but as I said before, after COVID, everything was kind of reduced. Couldn't really bring that money home like I used to. And still, I have like family to feed. I've got 2 boys, so that's when I actually had to take side jobs. So I was working back in the restaurant industry, which was okay for a little bit, but definitely I had to make a change there. So that's when I was looking online.
Okay. And were you working like full time in the restaurant industry, or?
Yeah, at certain stage, I was definitely working like 60, 70, 80%, because it just didn't add up, from what I came in from modeling side. So I had to actually work more, and I really didn't have any savings. So it was a heavy time.
Yeah, gotcha. And like, had you tried anything else, like starting a business or anything just before like we met?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it's just so much headache, right? When you start a normal business and just the investments and all the other things, to actually get it going. So I wasn't really convinced that this could be the route for me.
Yeah, let's keep walking and talking here. Okay, yeah. So you didn't want to start a business. A lot of headaches. Like, I get it. Like, a lot of people think, that you have to start a business to start making more money, right? That's sort of like what we're told online and everything like that. But the thing is, the reality is, it's much easier to actually start making money with your current situation and your current job, right? Not just quit your job or quit something like that to take on risk. Would you agree?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Where are you right now, Matthias? Like, I just for somebody who's watching this and they're like, okay, cool, like this sounds cool, but like, where are you now compared to where you were, like, after you've done the program?
Yeah, I mean, I figured out, that this is really the right thing for me, and so I really put in a lot of time and effort to get where I want to go. And now I'm working actually in a very remote setting, basically front end with the management of a company that's basically very appreciating, for what I'm doing. I'm basically driving revenue and helping to bring in money. So at the end, I became unreplaceable for this company, and that's really good.
Yeah, that's solid, man. That's solid. And that's the thing, right? Because like, when you're driving revenue, you're client facing. You're actually at the heart of the company. So when you're working in a job, when you're like in the more of like a back office role, whether that's like anything like accounting or even working in like a service industry, you're just sort of like like a cog in the machine, right? Whereas if
Exactly.
you start driving the revenue, now you're irreplaceable, like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, and it's also really up to me, right? So the more effort I put in, the happier the company is and the more money I bring home. So it's just exactly what I wanted, right?
Yeah,
So it's not like depending on other outside circumstances.
yeah, got it. Awesome. Circumstances, yeah. And you said before you told me that so you're having now $2,000 weeks, correct?
Yeah, more or less, it's like that. Yeah, I cannot really generalize it, but yeah, I bring around 6, 7K
Mhm.
home every month.
Yeah.
So it's been good the last weeks.
And are you still modeling? Because we always talk about like right, you don't need to quit your job or anything. You were a professional model. Now you have this like subsequent income of 6K working in a big business, right? Driving revenue
Yeah,
remote, right?
exactly.
But are you still modeling and you still making money that way?
Yeah, the beauty is I can still do it because I'm actually still, in charge of my calendar. I can put it around the way I want to, and I'm still doing the jobs that I want to. The modeling jobs, they pay really well, so that's definitely not that I left it behind. But the restaurant industry, I'm not going back there. That's for sure.
Yeah. And what's the goal you have in mind? Like when we think, okay, Matthias in the future. Now you're already at 6K, right? You're already at 6K working in the front office. Now, what's the goal? What's the financial goal that you have with this? Where can you take this?
Yeah, I mean, there's actually no limit, right? I mean, at the moment, I just want to go to 5 figures, but in the long run, the skill, stays for the rest of your life with you. And if you really, find the right clients, the right company to work with, this is basically there's no, yeah, there's no, the sky is the limit, basically.
And did you get to choose your company? Like when you were applying for jobs, like you had a few interviews, right? Using the tactics that we use in the course. And were you able to
Yeah.
choose the company that you work for?
Yeah, I mean, you find something that you resonate with, right? You don't want to, yeah, sell something which you don't really support. It's all about conviction.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's great because you actually have so much options out there, and you just find something that you really feel like it's a good fit, and then you also get better results.
Yeah, nice. Let's keep walking. So, have you enjoyed like the experience? I mean, because I mean, let's be honest, right? Like when we first met, we it's like an online thing, right? So there's always sort of like a little bit of,
Yeah,
oh, is this real and stuff like that, right?
exactly.
Did you have that
A
feeling?
lot of scam out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's different, right? When you get to see someone on a call, and like we met also in person then because we are close to Zurich, both of us.
Hmm.
But at the end, I mean, there's so much out there, and you really need to just feel in, to the connection that you have with that person that you get coached. And yeah, I mean, Corey is just the right guy to work with, and he's very hands on, and I couldn't be any better. That's definitely a huge benefit of having someone like really being next to you and helping you all along the way.
I appreciate that. That's a nice thing to say. Thank you. So like, have you enjoyed? So okay, so you enjoyed the experience, but like working with me, you said yeah, hands on, of course, but like the team and what about the other students? Like, have you enjoyed being part of a community?
Yeah, that's definitely super helpful if you have someone on the same path, right? And we're actually using this vehicle together. It's actually amazing because that's a faster growth that's happening, and it's fun. You really connect with the right people. They also have an open mind. They want to make a change, and it just feels good.
Love it. And how's your life changed since joining the program?
Yeah, well, it just feels really blessed, to be in this position, and yeah, it gives me a lot of freedom and security, and really knowing that I have a skill that nobody can take away, and that's really opening up like a lot of doors, right, for the future. So it's amazing. It really feels much better than just a few months ago.
Yeah, nice. And like for anybody who's watching this, who's hesitant to jump on a call with me or with the team, what would you say to a person like that?
Yeah, I mean, just do it and have a look. Have a call with Corey and see how you feel about it. And at the end, it's still your decision. There's no push, but I believe it's definitely the time now to make a change. And the world is changing, and there's a lot of jobs also going to fall away. So you better set yourself up early. And Corey is the man. He can help you with anything. Also, if you want to just increase your income inside a corporate world and going another route, that's it's definitely needed, I think, in the future. And yeah, just feel it out on a call, and after that, make a decision if it's good or not for you.
Appreciate that, man. All right, Matthias, thanks a lot. We're looking forward to you getting to that 10K goal. We're so close already, only a few months in. So wishing you the best, and we're going to keep in touch for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.